Hi everyone, welcome to the Tuesday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news, businesses that sell alcohol in unincorporated areas of Christian County will not be able to stay open an hour later after an ordinance establishing hours for the sale of alcoholic beverages failed to pass during the fiscal court meeting this morning. The ordinance would have allowed alcoholic beverages to be sold until 1 a.m. in incorporated areas in the county. However, the ordinance failed by a 3-5 vote, with Rudolph Pettis of District 1, Edwin Long of District 2, Mark Kanzler of District 3, Jim Fleming of District 5, and Terry Bowman of District 8 voting no. Judge Executive Steve Tribble says Joey Allen, owner of Rips Bar in Gracie, asked for the ordinance to be passed, citing he wanted to be on an even playing field with other similar establishments that are in incorporated areas of the county that are allowed to sell alcohol until 1 a.m. Judge Tribble said the failure to pass the extended hour not only affects Rips in Gracie, but also about 4 or 5 other businesses in unincorporated areas of the county. 2 McCracken County school employees were indicted for theft by a McCracken County grand jury this afternoon. According to Kentucky State Police, 43-year-old Christopher Stamper of Marshall County and 51-year-old Thomas Clement of McCracken County both turned themselves in to state police just after 2 o'clock Tuesday afternoon at the McCracken County Jail. The charges stem from a state police investigation which began December 22nd after police were notified by a McCracken County School District representative of possible misuse of school transportation funds by district employees. Detectives were told that several items, including utility trailers and other automotive equipment, were being stored in a field in Marshall County, which were located and seized by police. The investigation also revealed that 2 McCracken County school bus garage employees worked together to purchase thousands of dollars worth of automotive items and other tools with school transportation funds, many of which were purchased for personal use. The investigation also showed that many of the invoices for the items had been altered to show the items were legitimate district-related purchases that exceeded $10,000. The McCracken County grand jury indicted Stamper and Clement for theft by unlawful taking over $10,000 and receiving stolen property over $10,000. They were lodged in the McCracken County Jail on a $2,500 bond. Well, the city of Madisonville and many local financial institutions and community partners are coming together to create improved access to mainstream financial services and financial education for low-income families. Today, Bank on Madisonville is in place and will begin to help unbanked and underbanked have a safe place to keep their funds, establish financial records, and keep more money instead of paying high check cashing fees. By working through area financial institutions, Bank on Madisonville will offer appropriate financial products and educational opportunities to help this group break free from using alternative financial services. Participating banks and credit unions that have agreed to help local low-income families become banked include Fifth Third Bank, First United Bank and Trust Company, Hancock Bank and Trust Company, Old National Bank, RMC Federal Credit Union, U.S. Bank, and United Southern Bank. Other community organizations involved include the Pennyrile Allied Community Services, Hopkins County Assistance Center, which will serve as the referral source, Community Improvement Foundation, and Hopkins County Extension Office. Madisonville Mayor David Jackson says if people take advantage of what this program has to offer, it could change the economy of our community. Well, Monday we brought you a story about the Christian County High School audit that was released and comments from Superintendent Brady Link. Today we have comments from the high school principal, Kathy Johnson, who says she's going to make sure her 1,300 students are receiving the best education possible. Johnson spoke during the news conference yesterday after the Kentucky Department of Education released its leadership assessment of the school and district.
Is the monitoring pieces. I've got to make sure that all areas, whether it's instruction, discipline, or whatever area, that we are enforcing and that we are meeting the standards, whether it be academic or discipline, that we are all in this together and we're all meeting the expectations that are set before us.
Johnson and the school district have a year starting in August to turn things around at the school and will receive $800,000 in federal funding to help the effort.
We have hired some support staff. We hired one in November with EduJobs money, and one of his main goals is to help with hallway supervision, safety, and then his goal is to work on tardies. I also realigned one of my employees that was already there to do the same type issue, but to work directly with skipping issues. Since then, we've hired 3 more because the layout of my building.
As reported by Source16 yesterday, the district has 45 days to come up with a plan and has 4 options: to close the school, hire an outside agency to run the school, transform the school, or reassign 50% of the teachers to other schools. A Clarksville airman has died from a non-related combat incident in the Middle East. 20-year-old Airman First Class Christopher Johnson died Thursday while on security patrol at an air base in Qatar. The Clarksville High School graduate was assigned to the 379th Expeditionary Security Forces Squadron and was 3 weeks into his 6-month deployment in support of Operation New Dawn. Johnson will be buried Saturday at Bushnell National Memorial Cemetery in Florida. In addition, a Clarksville memorial service is scheduled for Tuesday evening, March 1st, at a South Riverside Drive church. The Mayfield Planning Commission swore into office a new planning commissioner last night. Mayor Teresa Cantrell says George Hurd was administered the oath of office during the Planning Commission meeting. In other business, City Planner Brad Rogers opened a public hearing on the open land use element of the comprehensive plan and highlighted some changes that have naturally occurred since the last update. The mayor says Rogers' overall goal is to simplify and condense the plan that will make it more user-friendly. Each month, according to Mayor Cantrell, it is the goal of the Planning Commission to look at an element of that plan. Well, police are reviewing a surveillance video to try and identify the identity of a female who passed a $100 fake bill in Crofton. Shivram Patel of the Crofton Bestway at 112 Main Street filed a report with the Christian County Sheriff's Department Monday that around 6:40, a white female with brown hair came in and passed the phony money. According to the report, the female and her vehicle are on video, and Patel provided police 2 still pictures of her and the vehicle, as well as a receipt. Patel told police that the female used an EBT card for some of the purchases and then the $100 for a small item, receiving $97 in change. The March 4th deadline for Congress to reach some kind of budget agreement for 2010-2011 is quickly approaching and has some concern about a possible government shutdown. Currently, the federal debt is $14 trillion and growing. When asked about the reality and possibility of a government shutdown during a teleconference with media today, 1st District Congressman Ed Whitfield says he feels there is a 50-50 chance.
The reason I say that is that, as you know, the House has really been pretty determined to have some significant reductions in spending simply because the debt is so large, and many economists genuinely believe that over the long term it's going to have a negative impact on our economy. And then the second reason is the Senate are going for a much shorter CR, and I don't think that they've completed theirs yet.
Whitfield notes there is still over a week until the deadline, but both the House and Senate have to pass the same resolution. The House passed a spending resolution Saturday that would cut $61 billion from current spending levels, but it's unlikely the resolution will pass the Democrat-controlled Senate. However, Whitfield says he is optimistic that something can be worked out with the Senate for some significant reductions without the government coming to a halt.
The Senate saw very clearly where the House came down. And my sense is that a lot of Democrats in the Senate, as well as most of the Republicans, do want a reduction. So I'm hopeful that Leader Reid will come up with a number that, while it may not be 68, it may not be 100, will certainly be more than 34 or 35. And hopefully we'll be able to reach an agreement and go on and start working on the full appropriation bills for 2012.
Congress is in recess until February 28th. The last time a government shutdown occurred was in late 1995 and early 1996. U.S. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell said the number of Kentuckians dying from drug overdoses is staggering. McConnell met with Director of the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy, Gil Kurlikowski, to discuss how the state could tackle the issue. According to McConnell, his visit is an important step to saving our family members, friends, and neighbors from drug abuse. Known as the nation's drug czar, Kurlikowski will be touring Kentucky this week to get a close-up view of the drug problems, and will be visiting Louisville, Lexington, London, and Pikeville to decide how to continue the federal funding to combat drug use in Kentucky. According to McConnell, 82 Kentuckians die each month from drug overdoses. Nearly 1,000 Kentuckians died in 2009 from overdosing. Last year, law enforcement officials responded to over 1,000 meth lab sites across the state. And Kentucky ranks in the top 3 of marijuana producing states. We'll get your numbers ready. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $64 million. Wednesday's Powerball jackpot all the way up to $155 million.